I've posted on YouTube every single day for the last 52 days, and I've learned so much in doing so.
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley. I've been a TikToker for 3 years now and recently decided to switch to YouTube in July. I thought it would be easy because I already know how to film and edit, and I wouldn't say it's hard, it's just different.
I've posted a mix of shorts and long form to see what would happen, and this is what I've learned so far.
The first thing I learned is shorts initially get more views, but eventually die off, whereas long form starts off very slow and gradually gets views. I think the reason for this is long form content shows up on search engines, while short form is a little bit of an instant gratification, or at least that's how my algorithm seems to work. I don't ever see shorts when I search something online. I'm curious if you guys see both or either.
YouTube is a very different platform from any other platform. Duh, Ash. But what I mean by that is I've had to relearn a lot of things like how to shoot horizontally and how to edit and things like that. If your main platform is TikTok like mine was, you know that if you put background music on a video like this where you're talking, it has to be between levels 1 and 3 or you can't hear the talking. Last week, my partner sent me a text that the video I had just uploaded didn't really have sound. On the highest volume, he was not able to hear what I was saying. Frantically, I run over to my TV to check, and sure enough, he was right. I decided to check my videos for the whole week to see if the sound was off. That was the only video. However, I had thought that I had put some background music on a couple of those videos, but I wasn't hearing it. So I decided to check the original videos in my camera roll, and they did have background music, so I wasn't sure why it wasn't showing on YouTube or you couldn't hear it on YouTube. I decided to start playing around with some videos and putting them private on YouTube, then watching them on my TV, and I learned that background music has to be at a 10 to a 15 just to hear it. I don't know why, but if it's a 1 or a 3 like you would post on TikTok, you're not going to hear it. This also applies to sounds. Maybe not the loud, startling sounds like the pops, but the subtle sounds like the swooshes, you definitely need to turn up if you want to hear them on YouTube. I don't know if this applies to all editing softwares, but I know this applies to videos edited in CapCut, which is what I use right now. I haven't completely figured this one out yet, so maybe someone with more experience can help me. I film in 4K 30 FPS on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I do have some high quality cameras and lenses, but I really love filming on my iPhone because it's just really convenient. A week ago, when I had that noise issue, I also noticed a color and quality issue too. My partner did show me on the YouTube app on my TV where there was a setting that it was 720 HD and we bumped it up to 1080 HD and it looked fine then. The thing is nobody else's video looks fuzzy at 720 HD, just mine. I thought maybe because my phone screen is so small and that's where I edit, that was the issue. So I started editing on my MacBook and I even mirrored it to my TV and it looks fine. It's just when it's uploaded to YouTube. What am I doing wrong and how do I fix it? Does this video look fuzzy now because it's shot in 4K like my other videos? Please, someone help me. When I first started TikTok, you had to pack everything you wanted to say or do in a short 1 minute video. Eventually, it went to 3 and then 10 in an hour. But because I learned on that 1 minute, I learned not to rant or ramble and to cut at every single break or breath I made. Unless you're making Mr. Beast style videos, that isn't necessary here on YouTube. You don't want to drag your video on, but you can tell a little story or make a short rant, and that's okay.
I did this earlier when I explained how I learned how my background music was messed up. It's okay to rant a little bit here on YouTube. This may be a mistake I've been making my entire content creation career. Say that 3 times fast. But I feel like with TikTok, I could just film spur of the moment, and with YouTube, I can't. For example, I go downstairs and I see a plant that needs pollinated. I grab my phone, film it really quick, and post it on TikTok. Then the algorithm shows it to all the plant people, and if anyone has any questions, I can do a quick video reply. With YouTube, you can't do that. On YouTube, I have to be strategic. There isn't a video reply for follow ups, so I either have to pack the video full of information or turn it into a series and commit to that. And I suck at commitments. Before I start filming, I need to think of a thumbnail and a title. I need to make an outline or a script so I don't forget to film anything important. I need to think of all the questions that my video needs to answer, and I need to keep it engaging or you aren't going to watch the video to the end. Or if you do, you may not watch my next video. The analytics on YouTube are so detailed, it was a bit overwhelming to figure out at first. Because of that, and I'm growing at a decent pace, the algorithm is constantly changing. For all of 2023 on TikTok, my most active viewer time was between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. The first week of August, I checked on YouTube, and it was that same time period between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I didn't really think that I needed to check it that often. I checked it again the last week of August, and it has changed drastically. It is now much earlier and starts to die off at 6 p.m. On another note, it's really interesting to see that other categories like gender and age range are about the same on TikTok as they are on YouTube. I don't know what that's about, but it's pretty cool. I know you've probably clicked on a larger creator's video before and they're just yapping about something completely unrelated to the topic in their title. At least I know I have. Small creators like me do not have that luxury because likely you, the viewer, doesn't know me and doesn't give two shits about me. For smaller creators, getting right to the point while keeping it engaging is key. YouTube shows us this by highlighting the first 30 seconds of our video in the analytics. The videos I have with the most views have like 3/4 of the viewers still watching at the 30-second mark. Outros are just as important. If I start saying things like, come back for part 2, or don't forget to like and follow, but seriously, don't forget to like and follow, you're going to scroll away, right? Think about the last couple of videos you've watched. Unless you were playing it in the background, you probably did. If 50% of the people that open that video stay until the last 15 seconds of your video and then click off, this stings your video. On the other hand, if you don't tell people to like and follow, they likely aren't going to like and follow. So you have to make an outro, but keep it just as engaging as the rest of the video, but wrap it up and also tell people, but not at the end, unless you do it like this.